Shalom, Yah Israel. Israel. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem and Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, giving all honor and praises to the Most High on this Burnt Toast Tuesday, man, when we scrape off that burnt stuff and get down to the good stuff. And you see the title that's labeled up there, have you counted the cost? Are you ready to be hated? And hopefully I can get through this class pretty quick. Hopefully. I'll try to get through it real fast and get us, get y'all some edification today as we go into another one of these Burnt Toast Tuesdays. And like I said, you see the thing, you see it, have you counted the cost? Are you ready to be hated? I don't know if a lot of people are ready to be hated, man. So many people be on this TikTok trying to get all this light bait and all that stuff, man. All praise to Kendrick and daughter of Zion. Glad y'all came in, twins in this thing. All praises. Man, like I said, man, have y'all counted the cost? Some people get in this truth, or some people get in a lot of different things without counting the cost of what it's going to cost them. They just get in it, especially sometimes when they see that money going, they don't never count the cost. And a lot of times, man, even when you're getting in this truth here and going to these camps, man, you got to count the cost, what you got to go through, the things you're going to have to come across. And a lot of times, man, so getting in this truth sometimes is not always a great thing. So you got to go through some stuff. And a lot of people don't want to go through nothing. We don't want to be touched at all. I don't want to go through nothing. But I want the kingdom. But you got to go through some stuff. You're going to get the kingdom. First off, we're going to start off with Luke chapter 14 and verse 28. Luke chapter 14 and verse 28. I'm saying what I mean is not always a great thing. What you got to go through is what I'm saying. It ain't all be all cookies and cream. Everything ain't going to be all hunky-dory because you done came in this truth. There's some things going to happen. Like Jeroboam had a class yesterday going through Jacob's trouble. Some things going to happen. Shalom, Adaya. That's the thing about it. Have you counted the cost? Abraham. Because some of y'all don't count the cost. Y'all just want to jump in it and not be prepared to do the things that you got to do in order to go through and endure to the end. We're going to read that, start off at Luke chapter 14, verse 28. And it reads, for which of you intended to build a tower, sit it not down first and counted the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it. You need to be prepared when you get in this truth to finish the race. Don't get in it, get something from the brothers and sisters, and then burn out. And I'm going back into the world. I'm going back burning sage and all these other things, man. You got to get in this truth, man. Like, hey, man, you don't start no race, then just stop and say, man, I ain't even finna finish the race. I'm not even finna finish the race. So, man, hey, you got to get in this thing. I was in college, man, and they had what they call it, a 5K run. I ain't never ran no 5K at that time. So, coach had put me in it. I was Prop 48 sitting on the side. I ain't had nothing to do, so I went ahead and did it. And, man, I started the race. And, boy, I didn't even realize, boy, this mother here felt like it was never going in. But I kept running. Walked sometimes here, sped up right there, slowed down right here, but I kept running. Finally, I seen that finish line. And I remember it was a little youngster, little white boy ahead of me. And he was about maybe almost 100 yards, man. And we had about 400 yards to go. Boy, I seen that white boy. I was like, man, that little white boy is not finna beat me in this thing. And what's so bad about it, I was the only one on Bradley's team who was in the race. So I had all the brothers, all the teams sitting at the finish line watching me run this race. And boy, that little white boy come around that corner. I seen that finish line down the way. I was like, this white boy is not finna beat me. Man, I got on my P's and Q's. I sprinted all the way to that end at that time. I was not going to let him beat me. I passed him up and blew him out. But I was happy. I beat this little son of a gun. And the thing about it was an Esau. So, hey, I got some out of the race. Didn't finish first, didn't finish last, but I dang sure finished the race. And on that note, but like I said, let's read that again. For which of you intended to build a tower, sit it not down first and count the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it. You need to be ready to finish. You need to prepare yourself before you just jump in the truth. You need to be preparing yourself to finish this race. Because otherwise, when your mind not set to finish the race, man, you will jump out the race, man, and you won't receive the rewards at the end of the race. You'll be wanting it. You'll be wishing that you had finished the race. It says, verse 29, at least happily after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him. People laugh at you. They looking at you. You got family members looking at you right now, hoping you don't finish. They can't wait till you get out this truth and be thinking that it was just a fad or it was just a phase you was going through. You got to be prepared to finish this race. Saying this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulted whether he be able to with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000 men. That means you got to sit down and strategize this thing out. Some of y'all jump in that race and now just want to sprint. Gone. Then you realize it's a marathon. This ain't no 100-yard dash. You done wasted all your energy when you jumped out at first. I want to know this. I want to know that. I want to know this. I want to know that. Now you're drowning. Tired. Wheezing. Sitting down on the curb now. Sitting on the sidelines, man. Because you didn't think about the cost you finna have to go through, the things that you finna have to go through, the suffering, the hurt, and the pain that you got to go through while you running this race. Verse 32. Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace, telling him to hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. He asked for peace. Hey, man, hold on, man. Look, let's just both stop. Now you want to slow somebody else down, or you want to get somebody else out of the truth because you done fell out the truth. You want to slow somebody else down because you don't want to keep up. And man, just stay back here. Like they say, misery loves company. So likewise, verse 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he had, he cannot be my disciple. You got to leave it, man. That's the thing about getting in this truth. And some of y'all want to come in and you want to bring everything in with you. You want all this stuff with you. Like some of y'all go to Tabernacle, bring the whole house to the dang old Tabernacle. I want everything. I need all my friends to come. I need my mama to come. I need my daddy, my brother, my sister. I need my daughter. I need my son. I need them. I get in if I get everybody to come with me. And the thing about it, they'll all come with you and they'll be staying in it and you be the one sat down anyway. Verse 34, salt is good, but if the salt had lost its savor, wherewith it shall be seasoned. What you gonna season it with if you ain't got no flavor? You done lost your flavor. And you lose your flavor by sinning. When you're in your sins, man, you start losing your savor. Your salt is gonna be no good. It is neither fit for the land nor for the dunghill, but men cast it out. He that hath an ear, let him hear. If you got ears, hear what this Bible just telling you. Prepare yourself for a long race. Don't prepare yourself for a sprint. Prepare yourself to get in this truth and endure and do the work. Not sometime, not every now and then. You got to be in it to get in this truth and do the work. Do the work. Not just hearing the work, doing the work. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are ways of death. See, a lot of times we try to come in this truth and we try to look at the way we want to do it, how we want it done. Instead of taking instruction from the foundation that's already proven itself. This Bible done proved itself over and over again. The Most High has proven itself over and over again with countless amount of witnesses. He said, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are ways of death. It's the way that you think I can do it like this. I can get away with this. I can try like this. I don't have to be doing all that. I don't have to go over there. I don't have to be all up there at the school all the time. I don't have to be doing this. All I gotta do, I can do it like this, the way you want to do it. And Most High said, no, it's a way that seemed good. It seemed good to you, but to the Most High, is all you're gonna do is lead yourself unto death, man. That's why it's important to get around people, stay around people, man, who keeping these law, statutes, commandments. You got to. There's no if and buts about it. And then let's jump down to verse 23. In all labor, there is a profit. So in all your labor and everything you do in this truth, there's a profit behind it. There's something you looking for. You need to stay in this Bible and get the blessings and put away the curses. But the talk of the lips tended only to penury. To penury. And that word penury is to poverty. And a lot of times that's what happens, man. Some people in poverty, and a lot of times because of the fact of the matter, they just don't want to. They run their mouth. I love the Lord. I'm in the truth. I'm an Israelite, all this stuff, but you don't put in the work. Brothers, when we want to hit the streets, no, I don't got to do that. I could just do this. Oh, that ain't my ministry. Well, none of this stuff that I do, I wasn't thinking that it was my ministry either. But yet the Most High called and said, looked in his Bible and telling us what to do and how to go about doing it. So guess what? You got to answer the call. You got to answer the call. And we're going to drop down to verse 26. In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. This is the things that you get when you finish this race. When you get in it to continue this race, there's something good at the end of the finish line. Don't let people talk you out of getting out of the truth. Don't let them discourage you. In fact, anytime somebody trying to come against you and discourage you, you should be the one that be bringing out the scriptures on them and showing them. Because our people a lot of times haven't read these scriptures that we be reading. A lot of times they only hear what the pastor said. And the pastor ain't talking much about nothing about the Bible. He'll pick a story, run down the story, and make it feel good to the people so the people can put in that dang on plate. Because a lot of times, I promise, if you start reading these scriptures sometime, you'll have some people soaking like a mug. They will not put in that plate. They don't. Man, they don't know about that. That's why we don't be extremely excited because a whole lot of people running up in the building. We happen to be with the people that like listen to the Bible, that like doing what the Most High God constructed us to do, commanded us to do. So therefore, man, hey, sometimes you gotta put away some things. You're gonna watch, we're gonna read a lot of this too. Let's go to Matthew chapter 20 and start at verse 1. And it reads, and this is red letter, Yahweh's word. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into the vineyard. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again he went out about the 6th hour and the 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? They say unto him, Because no man had hired us. He said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that ye shall receive. So it don't matter if we've been in the truth for 10 years, somebody been in the truth for 30 years, somebody been in the truth for 20, 25, however long. If you can get this word right now today, if somebody can just get it today and begin today, that don't mean your reward gonna be smaller than the ones that's been in the truth. That don't mean that. That means you can get in this word today, man, and everybody, we'll finish up. Everybody receive the same thing. They say unto him, Because no man hath hired us, he said unto them, Go ye also to the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that ye shall receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, Call the laborers, and give them that hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came, they were hired at about the 11th hour. They received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should receive more, and they likewise received every man a penny. They got the same thing. So if you just not getting in the truth, you just remain in the truth, and you continue to do what the Most High God say. Don't be looking trying to get somewhere that he got 10 years. I need to be where he at and all that stuff. No, just get in the truth to start learning. That's all you do. And you're going to receive the same penny. First of all, he said pay the last one first. But let's go to verse 11. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, These last have I wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us. which have borne the burden that the heat of the day. Meaning, he didn't go through all the stuff we went through. We was out there on the streets. No, sometimes, man, when you get in this truth, you just getting in and you start learning. You might be getting in it in the last hour, the last minute. But you get in it, as long as you get in it and start doing the work, when you, as soon as you hear this work being done, start doing the work. Start putting in work. You ain't got to try to get 10 years under your belt. You do it as soon as you get in the field. Don't go to the field and start taking a break. You just got here. It's time to put in that work. Same amount of work as everybody else putting in there. You're going to get the same penny. But see, they don't got the understanding of what that penny gives you. It gives you the kingdom. That's the penny to get into the kingdom. But he answered one of them and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst thou not agree with me for a penny? Didn't you agree? You work this day and I give you a penny at the end of the day? Well, make the same deal with them. Take that thine and go thy way. I will give unto the last, even as unto thee. It is not lawful for me to do what I will with my own. Is thy eye evil because I am good? You mad because the Most High gave to them the same thing that you get? Because I've been in the truth 30 years, so shoot, I should be sitting right next to Moses. Let you tell it. So the last shall be first and the first last. For many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but only few of us are going to get chosen. Because some of us just not going to finish the race. Some of us going to murmur and complain. Some of us going to be looking at the other one like, man, god dang, man, I'm finna chill out. I'm finna stop because he just got here. Nah, you continue to work. Because you said you made the agreement. You made the covenant. We made the covenant. So we must continue to work. No matter when we got in this truth. If you just getting in it, go to work. Don't come and sit down. Don't come and sit down. Go to work. Put your brick in. You don't have to wait. You ain't got to wait for nobody else to come with you. You just go right in there and start putting your brick in. All praises, Anob. All praises. It says, one body the realest. All you lot to do is follow man. Boy, you have to got your asses throwed off. Brother, you about to get kicked out of there. No man, no name. You ain't got no name. Because you ain't got no doctrine. Especially if you over there. I know how you doctrine and flip-flop and change and go here and there. But back to the subject at hand. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. And it reads, I return and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. We all get this. This race ain't given to the ones that's I'm gonna show you I'm the fastest. Then you got the brother out there with the big muscles, bulked up. What? I'm gonna show you I'm the strongest. It's a marathon. Marathon to make that strong arm, boy, you be tired in the mud. That man that running out there sprinting. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm all of those type of stuff. Yeah, you already all praise. I'm glad you told him that. But yeah, it's not given to the swift nor the strong. But this thing here, it says, hey, I'm going to read back a little bit. Neither yet the bread to the wise, nor yet the riches to men of understanding, nor yet the favor to the men of skill, but time and chance happening to them all. Through this time that we get it, we all gonna get this same penny, man. But we all gotta get out here and put in the work and count the cost, knowing that we gotta finish this race. Right now, man, it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get hard for Israelites across the board, man. It's gonna get hard for Israelites across the board. But we gotta be ready to go through the thorns, through the bushes while we running. You know, the trail done got thin. Man's weeds. We gotta do some jumping over stuff. We got to run through some puddles of water. We got to go through some rain. We got to go through some hail. We got to go through some storms. We got to go through some heat. We got to go through some cold weather. But we got to keep running. We have to keep running this race. We have to. There's no ifs and buts about it. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24. And it reads, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. Man, look, this nation of Israel, we gonna get the prize, but we gotta be running the race. Can't be sitting on the sideline. We can't wait at the sideline and, yeah, we did it. No, we didn't. You didn't do it. You got to get in here and put that brick in, man. You got to get in and start running this race. You got to. You got to count these costs that you got to go through. A lot of times, like I said, everything ain't going to be hunky-dory in this truth now. You ain't finna have all great dimes all the time. And we'll get to that too. Verse 25, and every man that striving for the mastery is a temperate in all things. A lot of people who strive for mastery, they temperate. They moderation. They do a little at a time. A little here, a little there, a tad bit there, and a tad bit there. He said, it's temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are incorruptible. See, they do these little things here, and I'm gonna do a lit here and lit there, and just self-restraint. I'm gonna hold myself back. Now I ain't gonna do that. I don't like that. I don't like how that go. You gotta get in it to win it, baby. You gotta get in it to win it. Ain't no reason starting the season if you ain't planning on winning it. If you start the season out looking for draft picks for next year, you already lost. You already set yourself up for loss. That's what you did. Verse 26. I therefore so run, not uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. And some of y'all out there fighting there. Eyes closed like a summer gun. Swore up and down, you knocked him out. Man, you ain't hit nobody. You ain't got up there and did nothing. You just out there swinging. And you think you're going to get somebody going to give you a belt because you out there hitting the air. The man's still in the corner you're supposed to be fighting. But you out here hitting the air. They just swinging at the air, boy. That's crazy. Verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. See, that's one thing we don't understand. We got to bring that body into subjection. You got to count that cost. That's the cost you better count. You got to let out a lot of stuff that you was doing in the world. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. That's when you count this cost. Ain't no reason for you being in the truth if you finna be in the world also. Shalom, Lamar and King Asher, all praises. Ain't no reason being in the truth, man, if you're not gonna be all the way in it. You can't sometime it here and sometime it there, a little bit here, a little bit there. I didn't even want to do the Burnt Toast Tuesday because it was gonna take up some more of my time. Now, shoot, I can't wait for Tuesday because I wasn't doing nothing anyway, but just being slothful and lazy. So now that's a lot of times, man. We got to do the work no matter what, man. It's not a little here, a little there. We got to put our whole, if you out of the world, you should be in the world of the Most High, in the world of Israel. And when you're in the world of Israel, we work with our hands. We get busy. We got a kingdom to build. We got a lot of stuff to do. Our temple's been broke down. You got to build them back up. Some of our insides so goddamn ragged. I mean, man. We got a lot of work to do. And a lot of it is building ourselves up, building our minds back up. Our minds been broke, man. Our minds been broke. I didn't know how broke I was till I got in this truth. All praises, Lamar. I didn't know how broke I was till I got in this shoe. But dog, you gonna bounce back, most high willing. You just keep running this race. Man, you gonna fall. People fall down in races. That's just what we do. But you don't stay there. Oh, my ankle. That's what them people, them other folks do. They always getting killed because they always falling. So, but the thing about Israelites, man, we fall down, but we get up. We get up. There it is, Yaakov. Go ahead and push that, Yaakov. Yeah, we fall down, man, but shoot, you can't just stop. My ankle hurt. You better limp your butt across that finish line. I got a cold. Well, you better cough your way across that finish line. But you can't stay down. You can't stay down. It's a race to be going. You know, man, that should make you mad when you do fall and everybody passing by you. Shoot, man, shoot, you better get up in one leg. That's something gonna hop like you never did before. All praise, brother.
All praise, Shalom, fam.
Shalom, King. Glad you're here, man. We had 1 Corinthians. I think we just finished that up. Yeah, let's go to Galatians 2:2.
All right. Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, come on. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 2, verse 2. And I went up by revelation and communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should, damn, my Bible a little messed up, I should run or had run in vain.
Or had run in vain. He said, I'm supposed to go out and teach our people. Because we was in a Gentile state of mind. He's talking to the Israelites now. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And he said, read that again, that last part. But privately.
Yep, it said, but privately to them which were of repetition, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain.
I should run or you ran in vain. If you're going to get in this truth and halfway do it and not finish the race, it said, man, you supposed to either you running in vain. You done ran half the race and then now you done stop. All that running for nothing. Now you finna, you think you're hot now if you're gonna stop. Wait till it all finishes. Watch how hot you be then. Ain't no towel gonna wipe that sweat off. All praises, Kendrick. All praises. Welcome to the channel. Man, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 4. Like I said, I'm going to get through this. I ain't going to hold y'all up all night. I know some of my classes be long. I'm trying to cut them down, man. But sometimes when you reading in these scriptures, man, they just keep going and going and going and going. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 7.
You said 2 Timothy or 2 Corinthians?
2 Timothy, Salakia, 2 Timothy.
All right. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith.
I did what?
I have kept the faith.
He said, man, after this running, man, you're going to go through all this stuff, man. But the fact of the matter is you get up and keep running. The fact of the matter, I kept the faith. So a lot of times when you're running, man, I don't know if y'all ever ran a marathon, but boy, I ran one before. And I'm talking about 26 miles. 26 miles. I'm trying to tell y'all. Man, it's going to be a million times, boy, you're going to quit. But I ain't running because I wanted to run. I ran because it was punishment for getting in trouble in college for smoking weed. And doing, not in the room when I'm supposed to be, all that stuff. But I'm going to tell you, I couldn't go home and tell my mom, so I had to run that race. But the fact of the matter is, I ran that race without not ever stopping. Hurt like hell. I was crying, tears, I'm telling you. Legs tired, body hurt, man, I felt like I was going to die. But I couldn't go home and tell my mom I got kicked out of college for smoking weed. So I ran that race. But the fact of the matter is, I finished that race. I finished it. Took me about a week and a half to recover, but boy, I was the strongest Negro on the team after that, boy. Man, I dunked everything, came off the rim. I finished. Didn't know how much it helped me, but it helped me. We in a long race, man. It's been a long time since Adam. And here we are about to hit this finish line. It's not time to quit now. It's not that time to be quitting. Read.
Verse 8. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day.
Mm-hmm.
And not to me only, but unto all them also that love is appearing.
And not until he said that it's gonna be, hey, I get a crown of righteousness, man. That's what we're running this race for. This is what we count at the cost. When we count the cost and we weigh them out, we like, man, I'm in this truth. Because a lot of us had to give up Christianity, and that was embedded in us. That was one of the hardest things I thought at the time. I gotta renounce this Christianity. I did it in a big relief, man. I was ready to run then. I know it's a long race. And I'm not finished yet. We're not finished yet. He said, not only to me, I get it, but to everybody that's waiting on him. Everybody that's running this race, man. Well, that's all we're trying to do is get people to, hey, man, run this race that the Most High God gave us. Y'all running the race of the so-called white man, though. Y'all run his race. You run the social media. You run to the video games. You run the television. But you don't never run to the Bible. You never run to the Word of God. And
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
they
race
run
we want
from
to
it.
be. Go ahead.
I said, nah, they don't run to it. They run from it. They
They
run
run
clear
from and
far away.
sprint from it too. That's
Mhm.
why they don't get far. They can't even run that sprint. They think that's a sprint. It's a long ass road when you going that evil way. Because he said that your running is in vain. You going that way. They think they run from us downtown. I'm going up here. Get to the next corner. Here, all these goddamn Israelites everywhere. I'm gonna get on a plane. I'm going to Atlanta. They in Atlanta. As soon as you get out of there, I'm going to Philly. They there too. LA, they there too. You might as well turn around and run towards the finish line. What you running backwards for? You ain't never gonna win running backwards. You ain't never gonna win. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1.
All right, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed with so like, let me read that over. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses.
A cloud of witnesses. All we got to do is go to this Bible and look at our forefathers who ran the race and finished the race. They even died good. They didn't even die suffering. They died all peaceful and stuff. I'm a guy, just what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go ahead and lay it down and die. They ain't go through all them sickness like a lot of times we go through. Because we be stubborn and rebellious. It's a lot of witnesses in this Bible that ran this race and succeeded. Go ahead.
Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us.
And we got to lay away every weight. Man, when you running that race, you don't want all this stuff stacked on you. You running. I gotta hold on a second. I just got a backpack full of sin, and think you finna win this race. He said, lay aside every weight. Take all that stuff off, man. Take all that stuff off. That's why you see track people, they don't have hardly nothing on but tights. They trying to be as light as they can. You're going to see a Negro win the Olympics in some Speedos one day. Yeah, they taking it all off dang there. Or you're going to see one running around there with that little, like them dudes in the jungle with that little cone over their thing. That'd be all the draws. They don't got no draws. It's the cone that they get light as possible. Leave all that stuff. Take it all off, man. Want to be as light as possible. Nah, we be trying to drag the goddamn house, drag the car note. We want to drag mama. Shoot, mama don't get up her damn self and you trying to drag her in this race. You better you better let mama go. Mama ain't walked in 4 years and here you trying to drag her across. Mama don't want to go. Mama tired in the mud from running around chasing your butt. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1.
I got you. You want me to read the rest of it? Are you good?
Yeah, read the rest of it. I'm sorry, Salaki.
It's all good. And let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Let us run with patience. See, when you run along, you got to pace yourself. You don't want to run too slow, you get left. You don't want to run too fast, then you're going to tire yourself out. You want to get at a good, nice pace. Bam, bam, bam. I'm going to Sabbath, every Sabbath class. Boom, boom. You want to pace yourself. I'm going to all the feast days. Boom. You got to pace yourself. I'm hitting the streets every Sabbath. I'm doing this. I'm getting in my word every day, a little at a time. Some here, some there. I ain't gonna try to read the Bible in one night. You want to learn some here, learn some there, Learn some precepts. Oh, learn how to put that together. Learn how to teach. Learn how to speak to people. Learn how to get their attention. But you got to pace yourself. Some of us get in this truth and we want to run and do everything. And don't know much of nothing. All praises, Ray. Glad you came in. Go. Did you finish that?
Yeah, come on.
All right, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 1.
All right. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all of our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
So that just to let you know, he's addressing the Israelites. That's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Come on and run this race. Come on with it. Go ahead.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Uh-huh.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
And all the ones that were our forefathers that came before us, they had to go through the same stuff, eating the same spiritual meat, drinking the same drink. They had to run the same race. They had to count the same costs. They had to go through all the ups and downs that's in this truth. They had to do the same thing that you finna have to do. Don't think just I'm getting in the truth that I don't have to do nothing and I should get the kingdom. No, it don't work like that. Go ahead.
For they drunk of that spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was Christ.
And they drunk that same rock. They followed Christ. And Christ is them law, statutes, and commandments. That is the foundation we run on, and that's the foundation we must stand on. And that's the foundation. If you're going to put on them tennis shoes, you better put them Yahweh shawls on. If you're going to run this race. If you plan on going to the end, take the Nikes off, take the Adidas off, take the Pumas off, and put them Yahweh shawls. Watch how you get there. See, that's them good shoes. That's them good shoes. Let's go to James chapter 1. Told you I'm going to run through these scriptures tonight. I even cut my class down so y'all won't be crying. My community class be long. I'll be sleepy. Go ahead.
Hey, you know what though? The classes be long, but the ones that be saying, "Oh, the class is long," murmuring and complaining, be the ones that need the class.
Uh-huh.
You know?
It's just, man, like I said, I was a teacher before, so I always wanted the students to get what I'm talking about. I don't want them to just be they leave the classroom. I want they but to go home and think about what I said. So it's always been like that's how I always taught. So
what you want?
We're gonna go 1 and 12. Huh?
You want James 1 and 1?
No, 1 and 12.
All right, come on. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. It don't mean fall into temptation every time they come around and say, I'm going through. No, endure it, meaning you got past that. You ain't got to go after every girl that like you, every girl that open her legs, or every man that flex his chest muscle. You ain't got to chase after that. You ain't got to endure temptation. Go ahead.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. So a lot of times we be on this race and running this race, and then guess what? We stop. Because we done seen something we like, ooh, distracted. distracted. That's all these temptations that come about. Most High is testing you to see if you're going to stop, to see if you're going to continue on with this race. You got to endure a temptation. Pass by that. I got a race to run. I ain't got time to be stopping. Go ahead.
Which the Lord had promised to them that love him. Which the Lord promised them. You get that crown of life, the Lord promised you this. If you endure, you pass by a lot of these things, man. These are the blessings that you get. Like I said, you got to count your cost. Do you really want to get in the kingdom? Or you just like being an Israelite and just saying, I'm an Israelite? Jump down to verse 19. Come. Verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear. Hold on. If you're going to be fast at something, be fast to hear. Be quick to hear. Go ahead. Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. See, you can be quick to hear, but you need to be running at a nice pace. Slow to speak. Because sometimes you can't even hear instructions because you're always talking. Sometimes you can't win the race because you want to stop and start. You mad at somebody. Man, this nigga said this nigga talking about my leg, my calf ain't big. He stopped running and stuff because he got to go argue with this Negro who trying to do it on the side, trying his best to stop you from running that race. And you listen to everything on the side and mad about this and mad about that. That's why I got off Facebook. I got off Facebook for probably 3-4 years now. Because I got tired of hearing the stuff that's distracting me. Arguing with people all the time. That's what I said, man. That's just a place where everybody say the most stupidest stuff. So I just got that distraction out of my way. You know what? I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. Not one bit. Even though I had 5,000 so-called friends on that Tom gun, I don't miss none of it on them. Not one piece of that thing. At all, man. Let's go to Psalm chapter 19. And we're going to start at verse 4. We're going to read down to 14, though. Come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And them has set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. That's what the sun do every morning. You seeing it. It's out bright. That's how we got to be. Every time we get up, we need to be out. Hey, it's time to run that race. What was that movie? The Ball. What was that? Cannonball Run. Remember that old movie? I don't know if y'all remember that. Nah, I ain't never heard of that. Yeah, Cannonball Run with Burt Reynolds, man. They was across country. They had to go from one end of the United States to the other end of the United States. The first one got there, but like every day they get to a certain point, and they had the hotels and where they meet up and try to get out. The first thing in the morning they up and gone, shoom, immediately so they can get on the way to the race and get to the finish line of the race. And that's how we got to be as Israelites, man. We got to be getting up every morning ready to run this race. We got to be getting up every morning ready to put in this work. Yeah, you need to check that out. That's an old movie. I used to love that movie. Yeah, Jackie Chan in there. That's when you first seen Jackie Chan. The first time I seen Jackie Chan. Go ahead. Verse 6. His going forth is from the end of the heaven. and his circuit unto the ends of it.
Uh-huh.
And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof.
Cause you, man, ain't nothing here from the heat. You gotta be like, you gotta be jumping up, showing I'm an Israelite and I'm putting in this work. See, that's the thing about it. You can't hide this thing. Some of us try to hide it. I know how some of y'all, you only wear your fringes on the Sabbath. You women are, as soon as Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday come, especially on that Friday, you throw them pants on because Friday was pants day. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Well, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the souls. Go ahead.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Making wise the simple. It's sure. When you're in this truth, man, you start learning this, man, you think, I don't care if you didn't even graduate kindergarten. You know, half of you lied anyway. Talking about, my mama put me back. No, nigga, you flunk. But it don't matter. Because when you get in this truth, it'll make wise men seem simple. When you know this Bible, when you understand, when you swift to listen to the words of the Most High, it'll make the wise man simple. Go ahead.
The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoice in the heart.
And that's what it does. It's rejoice our heart, man. Like I said, prepare yourself. You gotta put in the work, man. The statutes of the Lord, by keeping these laws, man, your heart will be rejoiced. Go ahead.
The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes.
It is enlightening the eye. It's pure. Show me anything else on the planet that's pure. Anything. And don't be talking about your newborn baby. That mother blind to grow up and be nothing but a newborn devil. Ain't nothing pure. The only thing pure is these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever.
Clean. Clean. And you know how we are. We like clean. That nigga ride clean in the mud, man. That nigga ride clean, bud. Look at that. We like clean. That's what some of us. Go ahead.
The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
He said the judgment of the Lord are truth and righteous altogether. So you better be on that good side of the Most High when it comes down to getting that judgment that's going to be passed out. They are the truth. It ain't like it's going to do you wrong. It's not finna do no politicking. It's not finna be no Joe Biden campaign or no, what's that other man name? The other one?
Trump.
Donald Trump campaign. It's pure, clean, righteous. And read that again. I want you to read that one again.
Come. The fear of the Lord is clean, endure forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
They true and righteous. Believe me, he's a just God. He's going to give you exactly what you earn. He ain't going to have no favoritism. He ain't going to have no disfavoritism. It's going to be exactly what you earn. Go ahead.
Verse 10. More to be desired are they than gold. Yeah, than much fine gold.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb.
Sweet. Hey, more than be desired than any gold, even fine gold. It's 24K. Better than that. Better than that. Go ahead.
Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward.
Moreover, by them is thy servant warned. He's giving you a warning, and he's giving you, hey, man, you do this, you get that. You don't do this, you don't get it. Go ahead.
Who can
And he said,
understand?
great is their reward. My bad.
Nah, you good. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults.
He said, who can understand his errors? Can you understand when you're doing wrong? So that's one thing our people hate, man. We hate taking accountability. Boy, that'd be some of the hardest thing in the world to say this. No, I was wrong, my bad. I tripped out. I was wrong. Go back and apologize. Boy, that's the hardest thing we can do, boy. Go ahead.
Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins.
And this is David saying, hey, man, hey, cleanse our secret faults from it. Sometimes we got to get on our knees, man, lift them hands up towards the heavens and face our land. And we need to tell them, hey, man, cleanse me of all my secret stuff. I do this, I done that, I done this, I done that. See, a lot of us don't know what another person's doing. But you know. Go ahead.
Let them not have dominion over me. Then
Let
shall
my
I be
sins
upright.
not have dominion over me. Don't let these sins tear me up. Some of y'all better take this, man. I'm telling you, this prayer right here, some of y'all need to fast and be fasting and speaking this prayer right here. Read.
Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression.
He said, and then I shall be upright. Take all of this sin out of me. My secret things that I don't show nobody, take it away from me. Then I'll be upright. And I ain't got to be worried about the end, what's going to happen. Go ahead.
And I shall be innocent from the great transgression.
Uh-huh.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer.
He said, let my words of my mouth be in the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. The things that we think about all the time. Let that be acceptable. Let the things that come out of my mouth be acceptable. Because you are my redeemer. You can get me out of this. But sometimes we don't even want to admit to the Most High God our sin. I'm going to hold on to this one. I got to hold on to this one right here. I'm keeping this one. Better let it go. Tell the cleansing from you. Get that up out of you. I'm trying to tell you. Let's go to Luke chapter 14, verse 26. Let me see if y'all counted this cost. Because some of you didn't count this cost. I'm going to get in some of these costs.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yet in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Man, read that one more time. This is straight out of Yahweh's mouth.
Con. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yeah, in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
And that's the thing about it, boy. I don't know, a lot of us didn't count that cost. Because see, sometimes we be trying to always, that's my brother though. No. Even Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? The ones that's keeping these laws, they my mother and my brother. That's to let you know Mary wasn't keeping the laws like she's supposed to. But the captains got y'all doing Hail Marys all the time. What you hailing Mary for? The way your house shot made it sound, Mary might be in hell. He said, but the thing about it, we got to be prepared to lose all of that. Your mother, because she don't want to come in this truth. She like church. She loved Pastor Pork Chop. In fact, she cooked pork chops for Pastor on Sunday after church. Father, yeah, you got to give that father up. I don't give a dang how much money father been paying the bill and this. Every time you turn around, you go, hey, father giving you that so your butt can get up out the truth. Mother, brother, sister, all that. You got to be there. You didn't know. Some of y'all didn't count that cost because some of y'all trying your best to hold on to them. You should love them being the truth, but I promise you, when you keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, that's what's going to start getting them in the truth. But when you try to hold on to them, even though I just went by there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't eat no turkey, but you know what I'm saying? So now you over there celebrating Thanksgiving. You passing out candy. You hiding Easter eggs and stuff. You blowing the horns on New Year's in the winter. Because mama did it, and daddy doing it, brother and them doing it. Oh, I just went by there. I didn't even do none of that. All I ate was a piece of cake. Don't go by there, period. Don't go by there, period. Show them that you do the feast days that the Most High God gave us. Let them look at you. He said, if you ain't ready to hate them, and see people say God don't hate, and Yahweh said, oh, he don't hate. Well, I know that little crusty little white boy, Caesar Borgia, he don't hate. But the God in this Bible, he said, if you ain't ready to hate them for my name's sake, and you ain't my disciple. That's a hard way to say it, ain't it? That's a hard way to say it. And let's go to Matthew 10 and 37. Let's bring it down a little bit. That's austere. When Luke, he's just austere. Let's take it down a little notch.
All right,
Matthew 10 and 37.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
What? Say that again.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Jump up to 36.
Verse 36.
No, it's 35.
35,
For 34. 34.
All right, got you.
I told you, man, you can read that.
It's all good. It's all good. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 33. 34. But whosoever, All right.
Nah, you can do 33 too.
All right, But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
And sometimes that's what we do. Sometimes we don't be want to show that we Israelites over here. I'm an Israelite only when I got around my other brothers. I be bold with it. I'm wearing my friend is like a summer gun. I'm making what you gotta ask me about something. Ask me about it. What is you, Israelite? I know they hate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know they be hating it, but oh well. He said we should not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Uh-huh.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Well, I thought he toned it down a little bit, but he back with it. He's still austere. Go ahead.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
He said, I come to set man at variance against his father. See, because our fathers sometimes, our fathers not in the truth. A lot of our brothers not in the truth. A lot of our sisters not in the truth. A lot of our mamas, grandmamas, aunties, uncles, in-laws, they not in the truth. Most I said, I come to set a variance between that. I come to separate that stuff. Read.
And the daughter against her mother.
Uh-huh.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Uh-huh.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
See, did you count that cause? That your enemies that become the ones in your own house. The ones that don't like you, the one that hates you for being in the truth, the one that hates you for trying to do what the Most High God said do, is the one in your own house. And that's the ones in Israel also. The house of Israel also. That means they Israelites. Go ahead.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
If you love your father and your mother more than the Most High, or Yahweh Shah the Son, you're not worthy. Go ahead.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
I know you love them little badass kids you got, snotty nose, running around, crying all the goddamn time, boo-booing everywhere, stinking up the house, getting sick. I know you love them, so you love them a lot. But he said, if you love that little one more than me, he said, you ain't worthy. That, boy. See, some of y'all done got your fist up. You ready to fight, man. Forget that, man. I'll whoop your... Y'all will shot your hands is not long enough. I promise you. You gonna be doing just that what that other dude was doing, fighting the air. Go ahead.
And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
He said, taking up not his cross. That means you got to take up that debt too. You got to kill that funky old raggedy body that you had, that old mind that you had, and be born again. Get this new mind. You gotta see. Y'all didn't count your cost. Some of you got the truth didn't count your cost. Cause some of you now you like, oh man, I know I ain't think about that. Yeah, you got to give all that up. Go ahead.
He that findeth his life shall lose it.
He that, you know you Negroes love your life. He said over in Luke, he said that love his own life. If you don't hate your own life, you can't be his disciple. Some of us look back on our life and be like, man, shit, I was this nigga, I wasn't crap. This life in America is no good. I don't care for it. I want the kingdom, man. That's what you should want. Go ahead. Because I'll read that one again.
Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
He that loseth his life. Man, you better lose that old man. And that's literally too. You might have to lose your life in doing this truth. Did you count that cost? No, See, a lot of times we don't count our costs, then we always wind up realizing we wasn't ready for the truth. We running in vain. We got too much stuff on us. Wondering why it's so heavy. Why the burden's so heavy. Why is so much temptation? Why is so much things like that? Because we haven't let a lot of stuff go. Let's go to, did you finish that?
Yep.
Let's go to, stay in Matthew, let's go to 19 and verse 29. Let me see if I can get him to get Yahweh Shah. Let's ask him to tone it down a little bit more. Because boy, that Yahweh Shah ain't playing on none of them.
This is the book of
19 and verse 29.
All right, come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 29. And everyone that forsaketh houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life.
See, that's what happened when you forsake all those things. When you forsake, you receive 100-fold. That's what happens when you do the right thing. But you worried about one mama, so most I gonna give you about 7 mamas. 100 brothers, 100-fold. Give you all the ones that you never seen. Like Rebecca, Sarah. 100-fold. Go ahead.
Verse 30. But many that are first shall be last.
And the ones that they out there, I'm in the front. I'm in the lead. You watch them? Spring. And here you come behind them. Boom. Listening. Taking your time. Going through the scriptures. Doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. And then you'll realize towards the end of the race, you'll be passing right up. Passing right up. Because they running in vain. They're running in vain. Let's go to Mark chapter 3.
Let me finish the rest of it.
Yeah, go ahead. Salaki.
It's all good. And the last shall be first.
And the last shall be first. Which is what I just explained. Let's go to Mark chapter 3, verse 32. I explained that. I thought you finished.
No,
So let you go ahead and finish the whole thing. My bad. Mark chapter 3, verse 32.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 32. And the multitude said about him, and they said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren without seek for thee. And he answered them, saying, Who is my mother or my brethren?
He said, Who is my mother and who is my brother? He says, Mama and his brother right outside. They want to holler at you. Who is my mother? Who is my brother? Read.
And he looked round about on them, which said about him, and said, Behold my mother and my brethren.
He looked around about him, the one that's following these laws, statutes, commandments. These, my mother, my brother. He had to show y'all. He had to show us. He had to forsake his mama. He had to forsake his mama. He had to show us all this stuff. So a lot of times we don't think we can do it. But Yahweh showed us. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let's go to John chapter 12. Verse 25.
This is the book of John, chapter 12, verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it. And he that hated his life in this world shall keep it until life eternal.
And see, that's the thing about it. We got to understand, why do you like this life anyway? What good is this life? Man, it don't even make no sense, man, why we would even like this, man. Even when you move up, you think you're making some money, shoot, they gave me a raise. I'm doing it. No, you're not. Because now inflation done went up. Now your money is less than it was before they gave you the raise. I hate them. I hate this life in America. I hate it. Ain't nothing good about it, man.
Hey, the raise they give us still keep us where the hell we was before they even gave us the raise.
Exactly. So what you happy about? Women run around here, we doing like the men. We making the money like the men. Where is that to go? You can only do so much with money. I'm gonna go eat at the finest restaurant. All right, you did that. Now what? Ain't nothing good in these everywhere you go. I used to think about that, man. If you got money, so that's fun for them so-called them other nation of people. What is it? I mean, what is that to do with your money? Get on the boat, and half of you don't like water anyway. I'm going to the beach. What you going to the beach for? You don't even let the water get past your ankles. I'm telling you, man, we don't even know what to do with money. We go out and buy the dumbest thing in the world. Yeah, man, you see my watch, nigga. 1.2 million. Nigga still say the same time as my Swatch watch, nigga. Still you the same time. And then you finna go get robbed. And I'm gonna walk right by with my Swatch watch, watching you get robbed. Did you finish that?
Yep, I finished that. Yep. I read 26.
No, I don't need 26. Let's go to Ephesians 5 and 26. I told you I'm going through my classes. You're blanked out there, huh? Yaakov, you done got offline or switch. Well, let me go ahead and read it. The book is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26.
All right.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I
5
don't
and
know.
26, Ephesians.
I don't know what happened. Like alarm went off on my phone through like.
Yeah, anytime it'll do that, it'll cut off on that StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Ephesians 5 and 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
How's he gonna do it?
That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
That's where you get your baptism from. Get dipped in this Bible. Shit, I remember they had baptism at church. I had to be baptized every week.
Man, for real, I've been baptized 4 times.
Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing but going swimming, taking a bath. That's the only thing we were doing, just playing in water. Went right back out. As soon as I got out that water, boy, church was over. Went right out there and started singing. But no, you got to be baptized in this word. So when you stay in this word and you start seeing the judgments and you start learning the laws that you got to keep, that's when your mind starts to become changing. That's when you started changing, getting away from that old man. Let's go to Luke chapter 21 and verse 17.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 17. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
I bet y'all didn't count that, because most of y'all, some of y'all, I'm just looking for attention all the time. I need attention. I want people to love me. I want them to like me. I know they hate me, and I'm okay with that. I know they do. A lot of times I know I'm doing the right thing sometimes. Some people tell me sometimes, when you talk that way, yeah, I'm just doing the Bible tell me to. Look what I was telling them. I ain't never told nobody nothing like that. And they hate So when they hate me, hey, we on the same team. They hate me and you. I'm not out here for everybody to love me. That's what that old Caesar Borgia be trying to teach you. See, a lot of these Christians in there, they thinking that if everybody liked me, if the world liked me, then I'm doing something good. No, you're doing everything bad. Everything wrong. If they ain't hating you, you ain't doing it right. See, mamas will hate you when you're in the truth. Fathers will hate you when you're in the truth. Brothers, sisters, in-laws, grannies, aunties, they'll hate you when you're in this truth. But some of you, you're not ready to be hated. You didn't count that cost. Read.
But there shall not be Salaki. But there shall not an hair of your head perish.
But ain't nothing on it. If they hate you, oh well. Not a hair on my head gonna perish. Not even the ones that's missing. They just laying docile. They just sitting under the skin and chilling. Let's go to John chapter 3. And verse 20.
It's the book of John, chapter 3, verse 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
See, everybody that's doing evil hate the light. So if it ain't nobody hate you, that means you in darkness still. Oh, y'all want everybody to like you. I can care less if you like me or not. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do it. Whatever does say the Most High God, well, I don't care if you like me. So, and I ain't even mad at you. Go ahead.
Man, you hit that on the head. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds shall be reproved.
Unless he says, read that again.
For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
Unless his deeds shall be corrected. See, because a lot of people don't want to change, but y'all trying your best to get it. I'm going to pull them in. No, they can't. You scaring the crap out of them, dragging them over here. They like darkness, and you trying to take them to that light. They bro, you crazy. They will whoop your butt. Big Mama will slap you all type of ways. You taking her to a place she don't want to go. Read.
But he that doeth truth But he that doeth truth cometh to the light.
But
that
if you in this truth and you follow these law, statutes, and commandments, you love the light. Your eyes focused on that light in a room full of darkness. You are walking towards that light. Read.
That his deeds may be made manifest. That they are wrought in God.
And then when you walk through this God, your deeds, your works, these law, statutes, and commandments that you are keeping are going to be seen, manifest. And you know how it is when light enter into a dark room. Everything, boy, everybody, whoa. The hell is that? That's how we need to be in this truth. You should have counted this call. You're going to be hated. Shouldn't be out here trying to make everybody like you. I know they don't like me at work every time. They don't even look at me. I'm 6'6". They They won't even look at me in my face. They look right at these fringes. I know them dudes. I know what they do. They go back seeing the videos. They done heard about it. That's why I keep giving that face too. I give them that. I'm not smiling with you. Because I know you hate me. I know you hate me. But I'm good with that. Let's go to John chapter 17. Stay in John. Let's go to 17. In verse 14.
This is the book of John, chapter 17, verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world had hated them.
And the world hate us. That's why, man, I'm not getting on videos. You don't want to, hey, I'm sure you hate me. That's pretty good. That's cool. We have to kick people off every time. We got to put them in time out, all that, because they hate us. They hate this word. It ain't us that they hate. They hate us because we speaking the word of the Most High God. He gave us the word. Read.
I had given them thy word, and the world had hated them, because they are not of the world.
Because we not of this world, man. We in this world, but we not of this world. See, before we got in the truth, we was in that world. See, but when you've been born again, now you're born in spirit and in truth. So you're not in that world no more. You in that real world of Israel. And the real world of Israel keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Even as I am not of the world, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
You just kind of went down a little bit. Or maybe it's my volume. Say that again now.
All right, verse 15. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
All right. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
He said, hey, don't take us out of the world. Just keep us from this evil that's around us. Because we got to go get other people out this wicked ass place. So don't take us out. Don't put us in the grave. Because we got work to do. Just keep the evil off of us so we can go do the work. That's what happens when we get out there in them streets. Not worried about you threatening me. I don't care. They threaten us every week. So, I'm going to get your gun. I'm going to come back and shoot all of y'all. Then you go back and get his gun. His brother done stole a gun and sold it for crack. Nigga, you ain't even got no gun.
Or he done turned around and messed around, shot himself with it.
Yeah. That's what I tell him all the time, brother. You don't want to do that. Because I know the power who we out here, who's behind us. That's why I tell him, you don't want to do that because you're going to mess around and bring that gun up here and shoot yourself. Because I look at what the Most High, man, the Most High got our back. Think I'm scared of you? Go ahead.
Verse 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
We just in the same boat. When you keeping these laws, you're in the same boat with your Yahweh. You ain't of the world. He ain't of the world. Read.
Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Sanctify them through this Bible, through these laws, statutes, commandments. His word is the truth. Worried about what you got to say. That's what everybody want to hear. Put that down and tell me what you think. The hell I think. Hey, don't get me to go into my mind. I got a crazy imagination. Read. No, that's all I needed on that one. That's all I needed. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 10. Verse 23.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 10, verse 23. And which is the greatest of all? The seal of Sion have not lost her honor, for she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us.
And we delivered. We ain't lost our honor. We delivered it to the hands of them that hate us. That's why we got to stand up bold as anything, man. We had to pay the price. We had to pay the cost of our forefathers. And we've been delivered into the hand of them that hate us. And a lot of times, if you ain't, like I said, I hope y'all counted your cost. Because if you ain't, are you ready to be hated? Are you ready for this hate? Because y'all ain't seen no hate yet. Our forefather was hated because they was Israelites. And they wasn't following the law, statutes, commandments. So how you think what's gonna happen to us? We know we the Israelites now, and now we hate it because we doing what the Bible tells us to do. And you better be ready for some more hate. Some of y'all should be sitting down there just like the pitcher for the Rangers and catching them. Fire. 98 miles an hour. Throw it back. Be ready for the hate. Get prepared. Put on that breastplate. Put on that mask. Get that glove pad. And get ready for this. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And therefore shake off the great heaviness and put away the multitude of sorrows, that the mighty may be merciful unto thee again.
Take out, quit crying. Shake all that stuff off. Come back to these laws. Start doing what God say do so the mighty can have mercy on us. Go out. Go ahead.
And the highest shall give thee rest and ease from thy labor.
And he gonna give us rest and ease from our labor. Well, we gotta come back and quit, be ready to be hated. Quit crying when somebody talking about you. Quit crying when they talk about you in the truth. Quit crying because you ain't doing what these Christmas parties.
Oh, these damn fall festivals.
All that fall festival now.
Damn,
they're trying to trick you even more. Them niggas are only that Christmas stuff, you know what I'm saying? Call it fall festival. Call it fall festival.
Hey, man, you know my little boy Jamie, right? He went to school today. So my wife asked him, you ain't celebrated nothing. He's like, nah. I told him it was wicked.
You better watch it because Jeroboam did that when threw them people Christmas tree.
Uh-huh.
All after God knowing play by let him go too.
Well, you know, Jamie 4 years old, you know what I mean? So it was
Well, that's a good thing. That means he learning. He know, that ain't no good. That's what we need to be instilling in our children anyway. Yeah, when they call you, be like, oh, your child is disrupted. What did he do? He said Christmas is wicked. It is. That's what you're supposed to be as a parent. It is. He's a good kid. That was great. That was good. If you don't give him an A, I give him an A when he get home. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And it came to pass, while I was talking with her, behold, her face upon a sudden shined exceedingly, and her countenance glistened, so that I was afraid of her, and mused what it might be.
Read.
And behold, suddenly she made a great cry, very fearful, so that the earth shook at the noise of the woman.
You know what? I went way past what I needed. Let's go to Psalm chapter 5, verse 5.
There you go. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
He what?
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
See? You got to count the cost. He hate all workers of iniquity. He didn't say, I hate all sin. He said, I hate all workers of iniquity. But God don't hate. Oh. That's why you got to stand on this word. You can't listen to nobody. He said, remember, you thought, he just hate the sin. He don't hate me. Now when I read it now, read that again.
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
He said, if you the foolish, if you don't believe in God and you ain't doing what he said and do, he said you the fool. He said, you can't stand in my sight. Man, you are your mama, boy. You know, that would be worse than a whooping. When your mama say, get out of my face. I can't even look at you right now. Boy, you be like, dang, give me the whooping. And that's what he said, the foolish will not even stand in my sight. I hate all workers of iniquity. All of them. Let's go to 44 and 10 and stay in Psalms.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 10. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves.
Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy. Leave them alone, man. I'm glad the Most High turned me away from even trying to think about it. Forget that. I don't want to hang out. I don't want nothing you got. Nothing. He said, and they would hate us, spoil for themselves. They aren't around you for themselves. They ain't around you because they're your friend. They're around you to see what's going on, to see what you got, see if you're doing better than him. Because if you're doing better than him, he's going right back to his boss. Say, boss, I found some niggas over there. They doing better than me. I need a raise. And you need to make that, you need to demote that nigga. This ain't working. This ain't working. His car got a Hemi. Mine got a 4-cylinder. That ain't working, boss. Then you wonder why you ain't moving up no more. Read that again.
Verse 10. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves.
That's what they do. They just getting it for themselves, man. No matter how nice they trying to be, believe me, whatever they got going on, they getting it for themselves. Period. Let's go to Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. Let's see who this is that hate us like this.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him.
That's why he hate us. That's why they trying their best to make sure ain't no kingdom coming from Yahweh Shai. That's why they trying to make themselves like God. That's why they sitting on Mount Hermon right now with all kind of telescopes and radars and everything, waiting for him to return. Like they gonna stop him at the elevator. He hate us. See, some of y'all didn't count that cost. You thought Jennifer was your friend. And Tom is cool. You know, Tom is cool. He cool like that. Man, Tom is, look, he trying to get in to get your reward. That's all he trying to do. Let's go to Exodus chapter 20. And go to verse 3.
All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou should not. Okay. Thou should not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
And that's what all these other guys for. All you Egyptologists, all y'all doing, y'all got these funky graven images of these birds on the nigga head and dog faces and all that stuff. And you worshiping all these other things. And you got Caesar Borgia. You got that lady sitting up there with all the goddamn on with her tongue out looking like a damn demon. Then you got that fat ass dude sitting over there. All he look like all he do is eat. And y'all worshiping these things. So I guess that's what you call the Buddha, the gluttony god. God of food, nigga. He God of food. He's all the pork. Read.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me.
Of them that hate me. They ain't getting away with it. He going down the line generation. Well, they dead. We got away with it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Y'all don't know if y'all counted that cause. Y'all know y'all got enemies. Y'all got enemies. God got enemies. Them same enemy of God, since you was chosen, you they enemy too. You they enemy too. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 26. And we're going to start at 17.
All right. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
Now, if you don't come back to these laws, man, see, some of y'all ain't counting the cost. When you trying to go back and staying in the world or you don't want to come out of the world, he going to set his face against you. Did you count that cost? What happens if you stay not coming to the truth? What happens if you keep dissing the Israelites? They trying to tell you what's right? Read.
They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
And ye shall flee with none pursueth. They're like we ran our butt off when we weren't keeping the law. Then you got these people coming to you, your parents and stuff. I'm going to pray for you. Pray for me for what? I'm not, shoot. Pray what? Your prayers ain't even being heard. They trying to make it like you doing something wrong. And you doing what God say do. And they trying their best to make it sound like, well, I do that. No. How does that make sense? I'm trying to do what God say. So the only prayer you can be trying to pray for me is telling me, don't do. The only thing you praying against, that's the only thing you can be doing. They're trying to make you feel like you the one doing something wrong. That's crazy. But this is the world. This is America. Cut. Go ahead.
And and if ye would not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
He said, I will punish you 7 times more for your sin. But you listen to that other God who say you don't got to keep the law. He said, I'm going to punish you 7 times more for your sins. And ain't we in our 7th captivity? Punish 7 times more for our sin. Some of y'all trying to make it 8. I'm going to make it 8. I'm going to make it 8. I'm going to make it 8. Let's go to Luke 1:71.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies.
From our who?
From our enemies.
Uh-huh.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
And from the hand of all that hate us. That's the cost of doing the right thing. That's the cost of keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. That's the cost of hating his life. Hating your life. That's the cost. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18. Start at 19.
All right, book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness.
By reason of her costliness. And they are, boy, see, we order stuff online, we don't even be knowing where the stuff comes from. See, they work on the water. They going back and forth with ships. All these merchants around the world, Negro, we ain't even got a boat to go fishing in. We ain't even got a canoe. They done got rich in that water. That's why they call it maritime law. That's what they mean when they talking about the law of water. That's why when you look on your dollar and it's got the pyramid, it's got water around it. You think they gave us freedom by giving us the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution and the Bill of Rights? No, they don't even go by that. They go by maritime law of water. And this is what the Bible, God, the Most High knows it. We just not learning. Go ahead, read that one more again.
The whole verse?
Yes.
All right. Verse 19 from the top. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness.
Mm-hmm.
For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
See, in 1 hour, that's all that's going to be gone. Gone, baby. Boom. Boom. Go ahead.
Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God has avenged you on her.
And that is the cost that you get when you keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You ain't going to win the lottery, but you can count on this. Been gone and win all that. You can count on this. You is not finna win the lottery. You just finna lose some dollars every week. But one thing you can count on, if you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, is that right there. You can take that to the bank. Let's go to First Ezra. You know what? Yeah. First Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9.
This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. Building a house unto the Lord, great and new, of hewn and costly stones, and the timber already laid upon the walls.
Read.
And those works are done with great speed, and the work goeth on prosperously in their hands, and with all glory and diligence is it made. Then asked we these elders, saying, by whose commandment built ye this house, and laid the foundation of these works?
But how did we get? Who built your house? Who laid this foundation? It should be your house. Now go ahead.
Verse 12. Therefore, to the intent that we might give knowledge unto thee by writing, we demand of them who were the chief doers, and we require of them the names and writing of their principal men.
Read.
So they gave us this answer. We are the servants of the Lord, which made heaven and earth. And as for this house, it was builded many years ago by a king of Israel, great and strong, and was finished. But when our fathers provoked God unto wrath and sinned against the Lord of Israel, which is in heaven, he gave them over into the power of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon of the Chaldees.
And he said he gave them power over him. That's when the first temple got knocked down. Go ahead.
Who pulled down the house and burned it and carried away the people captives into Babylon. But in the first year that King Cyrus reigned over the country of Babylon.
This is that time now. This is when after they were this is the Persian Mede captivity. Go ahead.
Cyrus the king wrote to build up his house, and the holy vessels of gold and of silver that Nebuchadnezzar had carried away out of the house at Jerusalem, and had set them in his own temple. Those Cyrus the king brought forth again out of the temple at Babylon, and they were delivered to Zerubbabel and to Sennacherib the ruler, with commandment that he should carry away the same vessels and put them in the temple at Jerusalem, and that the temple of the Lord should be built in his place. Then the same Sennacherib, being come hither, laid the foundations of the house of the Lord at Jerusalem. And from that time to this being still a building, it is not yet fully ended.
It is not yet fully ended. All right, now that we go on there, let's go to John chapter 2. St. John chapter 2. St. John chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 19.
All right. Book of John chapter 2 and verse 19. Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
He said, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll raise it up. Read.
Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days?
Go ahead.
But he spoke of the temple of his body.
He spoke of the temple of his body. We done had our temple built up, knocked down, built up, knocked down, built up, and knocked down. So he said, man, I'm going to give me 3 days. I'm going to knock this temple out. I'm going to build it back up. But they didn't understand. They had no clue what he was talking about. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. Let's get what he's talking about.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own?
They said that now the temple is here. It's here. It's in this thing. This is the temple. This is the temple that he's talking about. That's what he's correcting. He's like, hey, this is what I'm talking about. I'm knocked it down. I'm building this back up. But he's not building it on this land. He's building it the spiritual thing in us. Let's go to John chapter 15 and verse 4.
This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 4. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can you, except ye abide in me.
No more can you, except you abide in me. That's how the temple get built. We got to put these laws, statutes, and commandments in our minds, in our temple. This is how it's rebuilt. You got to keep worried about what's going on in that church. You don't got to worry about that. What was we at? That was 15 and 4. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. We about to be finished. This is my last one. I'm getting along. 2nd Esdras chapter 10.
All right, 10 and what?
22. Sorry,
right.
it's a lot.
No, it's all good. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 10, verse 22. Our psaltery is laid on the ground. Our song is put to silence. Our rejoicing is at an end. The light of our candlestick is put out. The ark of our covenant is spoiled. Our holy things are defiled.
Mm-hmm.
And the name that is called upon us is almost profane.
Mm-hmm.
Our children are put to shame. Our priests are burnt. Our Levites are gone into captivity. Our virgins are defiled. And our wives ravished. Our righteous men carried away. Our little ones destroyed. Our young men are brought in bondage. And our strong men are became weak.
And right there, when you're looking at something right there, all this is just like this. Are you counting the cost? This is all stuff we had to pay. You got to decide, do you really want this? Because we ain't got nothing. You just read it. We ain't got nothing, nigga. Nothing. Read.
Verse 23. And which is the greatest of all, the seal of Zion have now lost her honor, for she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us.
Which we read earlier. There. Go ahead.
And therefore, shake off thy great heaviness, and put away the multitude of sorrows, that the mighty may be merciful unto thee again, and the highest shall give thee rest and ease from thy labor.
And that's what's going to happen to us if you count your costs and you realize, look, man, we starting with nothing. But we got to get in this race and run it. So, man, we don't have nothing to look back on. Shouldn't have nothing to look back on. We should be ready to run, man. We ain't got nothing to lose. All we got to do is get in this race and keep running. Read the next? That was it. That was it on that.
All right.
Man, I hope y'all had an edification on this day, man. I try to make my class a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter. And I came to an end. I don't know. I kind of like the longer classes, man. Feel like I gotta go to bed early or something. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 26 and 27, and that's gonna be our law for today. We always tell you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So we give you a law, statute, or a commandment that the Most High God give us. So we'll be learning them as we go along. So we're gonna go with Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 27.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 27. And if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury. And I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins.
Hey, man, read that from the beginning, from 27 again.
Yep. And if ye, this is verse 27, and if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me.
He said, if you won't listen to everything that especially what what was just brought out in this class and everything else that's in this Bible, if you walk contrary to that, if that's what you want to do, after you just heard, you should have received the word. But if you didn't and you want to walk contrary, read.
Then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury.
He said, and I'm going to be against you in fury. I'm going to be mad. Go ahead.
And I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins.
And then you're going to have a lot of problems. 7 times more of the problems you got now. You should never open them ears and heard this word, baby, because you, right now, you on the clock. And on that note, we're going to say shalom.
On the real, shalom. Great class, Cal.
All praise.
Y'all
Love you, brothers, man.
Y'all better listen, pay attention to these classes that the brothers be bringing out, man, for real.
All praise. And I hope y'all got edified, man. I love you people, man. And we'll be on here next Tuesday, Lord willing, bringing this back out. Your class still early, right?
Yep. Early Tuesday morning.
Give them the time with your class and let them know what you got going on.
Yep. 5 o'clock in the morning, the raw truth, 5 o'clock in the morning. Every Tuesday morning, most high willing. Then you got Captain Maccabees later on that night. Still bringing some more raw truth.
All praise. See, he got that good toast in the morning. He got that butter toast. Mine be burnt by the time they get my time, so I have to scratch off that burnt stuff and hey, then we can eat. But see, if you get up at 5 in the morning, you get that good buttery toast, and it's nice. Hey, put some jelly on it and go ahead and eat it with sweetness. And on that note, we're gonna say shalom.
Exactly. Shalom.